class. Today we're going to start working on lesson 2 of module 5, and today we're going to be working on adding and subtracting multiples of 100. So what I see here is my number that I'm going to start with, 125. Okay, now I can separate this card out. So here I go. I see that I actually have 5 ones and I have 20 in my tens place and 100. So we can actually write this in unit form. Now we learned this a few months ago. Unit form is when we see the different place value numbers that are within a whole number. So if I were to look at this, I say I have 100. So I'm going to write it down here, 100. I see I have 2 tens, which is 20, 10, 20. So I have 2 tens and I have 5 ones. So that's unit form. What if I wanted to show this with a place value chart? So I could show this with a place value chart by doing place value disk. So I'd have 100, I'd have 2 tens, and I'd have 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the different ways that I've represented that number 125 is I've done it with expanded form, I've shown it with unit form, and I've also done it with a picture form showing place value disks. Now I'm going to change one of my numbers. I'm going to change my 100 into 300. Okay, so now I see 300, and if I were to move these back over, my new number would be 325. So how could I show that now in my unit form? So instead of it being 100, I'm going to erase my 1, and it now became 300 because I had 300 in that place value spot. But I also want to represent it over here on my place value chart in my hundreds place, because I now no longer have 100, I have 300. So I have 100 and another 100. So now I have 300 in my place value spot. I still have the 2 tens and I still have the 5 ones. So now I'm going to add 2 more hundreds to my hundreds place, and I'm going to do it with a different color. So I want you to think, what just happened in my number? The number in my hundreds place gets bigger by 2. So I could actually show this with an equation. I could say I started with 325 and I added 2 more hundreds. So I could show it like this, plus 200. So what does that equal? Well, let's see. We had 100, 200, 300, 400, now 5 hundreds down here. Oops. Sorry. Eraser, that's what I meant. So I now have 500 down below, and nothing changed in my tens place or my ones place. So my 300 grew by 200, so my final answer would be 525. Now I want to check this by using the other strategy that we've been practicing, which is the arrow way. So since I am growing my number by 200, I need to show this number using the arrow way. So this could be another strategy to use. So let's see, I have to grow first by 100. So 300 increased by 100 would become 425. And then I have to add another 100 because I'm doing 200 as my add-in that I'm adding. So 425 plus another 100 would end up with 525. Okay, so that's just another strategy to use. You don't always have to use the arrow way, but it's a good way to see, especially with how we're going to start adding different multiples of 100, that you're going to increase your hundreds place number as you go across using the arrow way. So let's look at this with an equation now. So we see over here 276 plus 300. So you're going to be asked today to use strategies that you're most comfortable with. So you could do place value disc to show this answer. You could do the arrow way. You could even do unit form if you want. So I'm actually going to start with unit form. So I see in 276 I have 2 hundreds. I have 7 tens, and I have 6 ones, and they want me to add 3 hundreds. Now I'm just going to shorten that because I don't want to run out of room. But what I see here when I look at this is they want me to increase my hundreds place over as the total answer. So 2 hundreds plus 3 hundreds is 5 hundreds. It's 500. And then I didn't change anything in my tens place, so 7 tens. And I didn't change anything in my ones place, so 6 ones. So if I was looking at this with unit form, that's a badass, sorry guys. It would be 576 as my final answer. So we could show it using unit form. Okay, let's check it now with a place value chart. So I'm going to do it with 2 different colors just so we can see. So I have 276 is the first number I'm going to represent. So I have 100, 200. I have 7 tens. And remember, I like to do the place value disc in groups of 5 so we can see all of the units easily. And then I have 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they want us to add 3 hundreds or 3 in the hundreds place. So I'm going to do that with a different color just so I can see it. 100, 200, 300. Okay, so then we look at our total amount. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 7 tens, and 6 ones. So that would be the same as 576, which is what we came up with using it in unit form. So we can say 576. Okay, now the last way that you could try is doing the arrow way. So again, this would be where you start with the number you're adding, 276, and I need to add 3 hundreds across. So this is plus 100, so that would be 376 plus another 100 is 476 plus another 100 is 576 because I just went through and I added 100, 200, 300 going across. So in all of these problems, we came up with the same answer. We just used a bunch of different strategies. Now there's one more strategy that you can use, and that is the number bond. And this one's very easy, especially for when we're doing multiples of 10 or 100, because all you're doing is breaking apart the number. Like 450 is the same as 450, and 300 is still 300. So you kind of look at it and you add up the numbers that are the same type of units. So 400 plus 300 is 700. And then you would still add back on your 50. So 700 plus 50 is equal to 750. So that's the final answer. So that's number bond, and that would be where you just break apart the units using a number bond and you add up all of the same types of units. So now what would happen if we wanted to do subtraction? So I have this number here, 725, and I'm going to actually break it apart. So I have 5 ones, I have 20 or 2 tens, and I have 700. So if I showed this in unit form down below, that'd be like saying I have 700, I have 2 tens, and I have 5 ones. Okay, and I already went ahead and I drew it with place value discs on a place value chart. So here's my 700, here's my 2 tens, and here's my 5 ones. Okay, so let's say that I wanted to take away 200 from this number. So that'd be like saying 725 take away 200. Okay, so I could represent that using the place value chart. I could do it using the unit form. I could do it with a number bond or the arrow way. There's like 4 or 5 different ways that we can go about doing this. So that's why we teach it to you, all of the different ways, so that way you do the one that you're the most comfortable with. Okay? And one thing, sorry, I don't know what this is. So let's first start by using just the unit form. If I have 700, I want to take away 200. So that would mean I'd have to take away 200 from the 7. So 7 take away 2 leaves me with 5. So I'm actually going to erase the 7 and change it to a 5, because 7 take away 2 is 5. So my answer right now is 500, 2 tens is 20, and 5 ones, 525. Okay, so let's check that now using the place value disc. If I look at the place value chart, if I cross out 200, 100, 200, what does that leave me with? It leaves me again with 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 2 tens, and 5 ones, 525. Okay. What if I wanted to do number bond? That'd be like saying 725 take away 200. So I would be taking away whatever I see in the hundreds place. The 700 take away 200. That leaves me with 500. I always like to do the highlighter. 500. And then I still have my remaining 25. 525. Okay? The very last thing that we could do is arrow way, and that would be like saying we have 725, and we are going to take away 100, which leaves us with 625, and we're going to take away one more 100, which leaves us with 525. And you can see, looking at the arrow way, how the hundreds place goes down by 100, down by another 100. Okay, so today you're just going to be doing different problems that look at multiples of 100, and you're either going to be adding them or subtracting them. Okay?